Hello, and this is the Eradicator. Welcome to this channel. So today we're going to talk about the latest edition of Around the Verse, which was just released. What can I say? Well, I got a couple of things to say, of course, but usually when when I start a video like that or any comment like that, it means I'm rather disappointed, to say the least. But that's okay. I know it's the beginning of the year. Not all the staff is back from holidays. They don't have so much content to show. But well. So first, I want to talk about these community content they're talking about at the beginning of these videos. I really believe that there should be a show dedicated to that, just like there used to be a show. I think it was Jared who used to do shows that were, or maybe was it Tyler? Anyway, there used to be a show that was entirely dedicated to what the community was up to and what they were doing, and I thought that was just fine. That's where it should be. I'm a PvE player. I don't care about what the other players are doing. I don't care about the big orgs. And I mean, it's great. It's great that they want to show, oh yeah, you can do all of that. You can have huge battles. You can have huge encounters and big fights. Yeah, okay, sure, cool. Probably there's definitely a market for that. There are definitely players who are interested, but there's also a huge base of players who is not interested in that. So I think that ATV should be the show about how the game is progressing, how game development is progressing. And there should be another show about how gameplay is progressing and how people are having fun all together as as groups of players, in PvP environments. I don't believe that they should mix that together, and it takes time. And basically, I don't know about what you guys do. Do you watch this segment of ATV every time you talk about the community, or do you fast forward? That's what I do. I fast forward and I go straight to the meat and potatoes of the show. And today, unfortunately, there was not a lot of meat, and there were not a lot of meat, and there was not a lot of meat, and there were not a lot of potatoes. What are we talking about? We're talking about HABs, how HABs are arranged, and how you can have different configurations and different objects inside. Cool. And also how facilities and stations are procedurally generated. Isn't that something we talked about or we've seen during CitizenCon? And that's exactly what Eric Aaron Davis told Sean Tracy during the show, and it's like, yeah, busted. So basically, they rehashed some old information that we've seen before. Now that's pretty much useless. So all of that, the community segment and rehashing things that we've already known, has been going on for the first 9 minutes of the show. That means the first 9 minutes of the show were pretty useless. Thank you, CIG. Now, after they talked about something that was a little bit more interesting. Now, absolutely, in my opinion, that's absolutely not primordial, not a primary focus of the game. But at least it's something new that we can enjoy, which is always nice, I guess, which is the local area map. Now that's very interesting because, especially I remember the first time I went to the underground facilities on Hurston, I just had no idea where I had to go. And that was cool because I had to rely on my memories, like, oh yeah, did I go there? Did I go there? Should I, you know what I mean, right? Oh, did I see that? Is this where I passed before? So I actually enjoyed it. This is a feeling I haven't had for a long time, because in every games I have to, I just check on the map. I was like, oh yeah, I need to go there, and then go there, check the map. Oh, now I need to go there, check the map, and oh, this direction now, etc. And having the feeling of having to rely on my memory, just like in real life, actually, if you go to a place for the first time, or a new mall, or a new building, You don't have a map that tells you, well, sometimes they are, like next to the stairs, maybe, or in front of the elevator. But most of times, you don't have a map that tells you, oh, this is where you are, and you gotta go there, 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 there. You gotta rely on your own memory. And I like that aspect. I guess I would not be using the map too much, and then you'll see me using the map a lot in gameplay. But that's another story. Yeah, but I like the way it looked like. They wanted to have some kind of, Star Wars-y type of map, all in blue, holographic style. Why not? This is, again, a very first, it's not even an iteration, it's early work. They precise that it's going to be, that's not going to be released anytime soon. What I believe, though, is that we're going to need that feature eventually for Squadron 42. And they plan to have Squadron 42 feature complete by the end of the year. I don't know if this is on the roadmap, actually. I'm going to have to check. But I suspect that we won't see that live at least in Squadron 42 until the end of the year. We're not going to see that either in the PU for some extra time once Squadron 42 is released. Why? They also explain that. They also explain that there's a difference between a single player experience where you already know where the enemies are going to be because it's scripted, or where you're going to know where this is and where that is. There's no real evolution, whereas in the PU is changing, and these changes are persistent. So, and also they can be players too, which you're not going to have in Squadron 42. So they have to make sure that when you look at these maps in the PU, everything shows, is the player going to be hostile? Is it a friendly player? Is the player dead? Did someone leave something behind? All of that needs to be programmed, and that is going to take time, which is why I believe that we will see that kind of map, the local area map, after the release of Squadron 42 in the PU, but not at the same time. And that was about it. So pretty short ATV. Not a lot of new interesting things except for that local area map, and a lot of fluff, which is rather disappointing. But again, I understand that this is the first real ATV of the year, and lots of people just came back from holiday, so that's understandable. I just wish they went straight to the point and talk about the local area map a little bit more and less about the other things. But that's just my personal opinion. Next week, I really hope that we're going to have more content. I actually believe we will, because everybody will be back, and it seems that they're going to focus on the Star Citizen roadmap. So I want to believe that next week's ATV will be about the roadmap, how they do the roadmap. They will probably show the studios and have some nice little report, and maybe have not just a routine update like we're gonna have this week, but the actual roadmap all the way until 3.8, if that's what they decide to call. I still believe that we're going to see the birth of 4.0 this year, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching this channel. As always, if you like this content and you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe or hit the like button. That's really helping the channel. I'm the Eradicator, and I'm signing out.